procrastinators out there, and you might even win yourself a prize. How about that? Plus, what better way to spend that hefty refund check than on a new ride? We have the hottest models from the New York Auto Show. We're bringing them to you. And the new Adult Swim series Minority Team fights for truth, justice, and flagrant stereotyping. Yeah, the creators are here to explain themselves. All this, plus a visit from Troma Films president Lloyd Kaufman, today's top news, and another new face on the Attack of the Show set. But we'll get to all that. Just settle down, grab a juice box, and enjoy. It's Attack of the Show.
Pick up on this.
Hey, what's going on there, TV land? Yeah, there you go. 2 or 3 today. Not bad. And welcome. It's Attack of the Show, and it's Monday, April 17th. I'm still Kevin Pereira.
And I'm Olivia Munn.
Thank you for that.
No, thank you.
Today, Olivia, is a very important day for many Americans, actually. It's tax day, and it's here, it's queer, so let's just deal with it, all right? Now, if you're anything like me, you've got a major case of the Mondays because you forgot to do your taxes. But don't worry, it's not too late. No, there are 4 things you can do, and here they are. You can file an extension at irs.org. That'll get you some time, right? You can file online using tax software like TurboTax. You can stick it to the man and do absolutely nothing. Or you can do what we encourage you to do and win yourself a kick-ass iPod, huh? How, you ask?
How?
Good question. It's easy. All you have to do is sit on your couch and continue watching reruns of Cheaters or whatever quality TV you like to get baked to. Then when the clock nears midnight, haul ass to the nearest post office and take a picture or video or kidnap a postal worker or... Actually, don't do the last one, seriously. Basically, just provide us with whatever proof you can think of to show that your taxes were turned in at 11:59 p.m. After that, send us the evidence to g4tv.com/iPods for taxes. We're going to hold a random drawing, and one of the lucky procrastinators will receive a 2-gig engraved iPod Nano courtesy of Blizzard Entertainment. Yeah. Being lazy gets you something for once.
It does. My mom does my taxes, so I don't have to
Does she
worry
really?
about it.
Does she lie and deduct things? Like you bought 14 TVs this year and went
We're
out to
not on
40
air right
dinners?
now, right?
No, not at all.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just you and I.
totally. Actually, I claimed everything back, and
That's sweet.
yeah, it's really nice.
I claimed 2 dependents.
2?
Yeah.
But that's true. You just don't know where they are.
I don't want to talk about that. The DNA results aren't back.
Okay, well, for those of you who are actually getting a sizable tax return, it's not too late to head over to the New York Auto Show to blow all of your cash. The show features tons of sweet rides, but the front runner, in my opinion, is the Scion Fuse concept car, all right? With its sleek frame and wraparound windshield, the Fuse looks like a cross between a race car and the Batmobile, and it also uses technology that would make the Cape Crusader proud. For instance, headlamps that can be programmed to change colors and video that can be downloaded and displayed on the hood badge.
What?
I know. But if that's not cool enough for you, Kev, the interior has a media station that would make Knight Rider jealous. It runs the length of the entire dashboard. So passengers can watch video games, use Wi-Fi to instant message friends, watch porn like I do, or do a ton of other stuff that'll distract, any driver.
That's a sweet sounding concept.
I know.
There. Do you really
I
watch
love it.
You watch the adult films while you're driving down the 405?
It's not normal to do
No,
that?
no, it's totally normal. I was just going to ask
Oh.
what the latest flick was because I have lost the carpool privileges.
I actually don't even look at titles. I just go straight for the
That's
go
my
through
girl.
the dialogue and just.
That's my girl.
Yeah.
So the auto show in New York going on, that's great. But while we're on the subject of New York, it's not the only big deal that's really going on in the town. In fact, Daredevil David Blaine is once again torturing himself for our amusement. And no, he's not dating Fiona Apple again. That's not really magic at all. He's performing another potentially dangerous stunt, my friends. Now, as you recall, back in 2000, Blaine encased himself in a block of ice for like 62 hours or something like that. Little shrinkage. In 2002, he balanced himself atop a 100-foot pole for 35 hours. Now, in 2003, he lived in a plastic box, apparently above the Thames, for like 44 days without any food. Look at him waving there.
That's not magic, Kev. That's like Guinness Book of World Records. That's not even interesting.
It's
so you know.
a food protest or something. Like, what are you doing?
protest.
Look, if you want to lose the weight, just get rid of the carbs. Don't stand on a pole to do it.
Join the war on carbs like I did.
Really? How's that battle going?
It ended today.
Good,
actually,
congratulations.
yeah, Tibet is free, so I stopped.
There you go.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Anyway, now Blaine has unveiled his latest stunt. He's actually submerging himself underwater for 7 days and nights in a human aquarium. And no, he doesn't have gills like Costner in Waterworld. He's going to have an oxygen hose, so he's really just going to be pickled after like a couple weeks. The spectacle will take place in front of New York's Lincoln Center. And here's the kicker. He's actually planning on concluding it all by holding his breath for 8 minutes and 58 seconds. And if he can do that, he'll successfully break a world record. Yeah, exactly. That's the roaring applause and excitement that will happen from watching a dude hold his breath in an aquarium for 8 minutes.
8 minutes and 58 seconds, though.
It'll be compelling television. I think there'll be like rock and roll music.
I think the guy gets laid all the time, to tell you the truth.
He does.
So that works. 8 minutes and 58 seconds, I guess that's...
I'm going to submerge myself in a bucket for an hour and see if I can pull any tail. I doubt it, though.
Check your MySpace page. I'm sure there's a couple girls.
Probably. You don't have to actually go to New York to see Blaine quite possibly drown, as exciting as that be in the flesh. ABC is airing the finale as a special on May 8th. But don't worry. We're not just going to, sit by and let Blaine take the spotlight. We're actually doing something cool. We're sending our new correspondent, Zach Selwyn, to the Big Apple to perform a death-defying stunt of his own. Believe it or not. Isn't that right, Zach?
Zach.
Oh, hold on.
8:59.
That's 59.
Zach Selwyn.
Awesome. Yeah.
Good.
Go to the Big Apple. Going to see Blaine in the underwater aquarium. I have a theory on why he's doing it, actually.
What's up?
He used to date Daryl Hannah, who was the mermaid in Splash. So I think this is his way of getting under the water for her, letting her know he's still game. He wants to party.
He's still down, even though he's pruny.
Right, he's a little pruned up, but she's flaking her gills when she's out of salt water.
He's doing it for her. He's doing it out of love, Olivia. There's something special about that.
All right, I'll give it to you guys.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't, that's not my thing, but.
Hey.
Well, Zach, we're glad to have you. We didn't actually know who you were today, and neither did
He
security.
was just sitting over there, but I'm glad once I read the prompter, I realized that,
Yeah, I was working some grip job across the hall about 20 minutes ago. Came in here. That's good.
By the way, you left a C-stand in the hallway, so if you could get on that. No, in a second, because we have more to do with you later on. As usual, though, Will O'Neill, the guy sitting next to him, he gets to stay in the office and surf midget porn all day.
Yeah.
Great.
So
I'm glad we didn't even acknowledge him.
Not much has changed for Will. He's fine.
No,
Hey, Will.
I just stay here all day.
The reason Zach had to stay here is because he really is on the show, folks, and he wants to answer your questions. So ask him whatever you want. Anything's game. Let's get to know the guy. You can email him. Email us through our web form at attackoftheshow.com/askus, and you can chat with us in our IRC chat room. Just go to chat.g4tv.com.
All right. Coming up, the father of the Toxic Avenger, Lloyd Kaufman, joins us to test the limits of good taste. But first, Attack of the Show once asked the question, what would happen if a famous Sith Lord had a drinking problem? It's return of Drunk Vader.
Oh.
How you doing? The Force is strong with me. Strong like a bull. You know what I mean? The Force. I'm breathing like this because you're hot. And I don't have any lungs anymore. Hey, baby. You want to bump your walks? Mine's furry and small. You ever been to the Death Star, baby? You want to go? Woo, I know the Emperor. We can get you in. No lines. Oh, the Empire strikes out. Skywalking away. Again. Vader not doing so good with the ladies tonight.
Brought to you by the new Honda Element. Go with it.
If for some odd reason you ever need to be reminded that not all independent films are grainy, black and white meditations on love and loss, just head on over to the gooey and gory works of Troma Studios. And as Troma president and founder Lloyd Kaufman will tell you, they don't just peddle movies, my friend.
You've seen the movie. You've memorized the multiple sequels. You love the cartoon spin-off. Well, put down that remote control and learn how to read, because here comes the Toxic Avenger novel. All the fun of a Toxic Avenger movie without being able to see all the nudity and gore. The Toxic Avenger novel is much more than an excessive cash-in on a successful franchise. It's Troma's excessive cash-in on a successful franchise. The Toxic Avenger novel by Lloyd Kaufman and Adam Janke, available at fine bookstores everywhere.
Love the 80s music. Lloyd, welcome back to the show.
Kevin, it's a pleasure.
We always love having you around here. I have to ask about the book now, because this is what it's all about. It's the Toxic Avenger, the novel. Now, you say it's not just a blatant movie tie-in, but, I mean, come on, the lease on the Lexus is running out, right? Is that
Toxie's right here.
Okay.
He can tell you that this is a full-blown novel. And not only that, but J.D. Salinger and Oliver Stone have contributed to this very book. That's how important it is.
What did they pass by it on a shelf? Or
well, they've contributed some beautiful chapters. And we don't just do those typical promotional movies, right? When the movie comes out, we wait 21 years to put out Toxic Avenger.
You want to make sure it's absolutely right. That's why.
That's the way we are.
No, I mean, it's a novelization of the movie, and I know you really didn't, a kid, of course, that it's not about the Lexus payment. I know it is coming up, though, but it's really, you did this for the fans, right?
This was for the air conditioners. That's how good this is, not the fans. But
this is for the heated seats, okay? It's an option.
This is actually based on the questions that fans have asked. Who is Toxie's mother? What's the history of Tromaville, the Troma Indians? You know, nobody knows that the Troma Indians founded Tromaville. Things like that. It's a fascinating work of art.
So they're going to get all their answers finally.
It's cinema of the mind. You have to use you have to actually learn how to read in order to handle this.
That's a tough one, but I know you're going to have some classes for your fans, right?
Yep, that's for sure.
Figure it out. They can sound it out. Plus, there's pictures.
But it is a 2-year. It's really Adam Jenke and I spent 2 years. He more than I, but 2 years writing this thing.
It's great.
And it's a really good novel. And this won't be like in the supermarkets where you can find it. This novel will be impossible to find anywhere.
You're lucky to get it online, kids. That's all I'm saying.
Only the Troma team can bring you something as stupid as this.
Last time you were here, Lloyd, you were working on, I think you were trying to rival what you just said, because you were working on a film called Poultrygeist, which was, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's kind of like a KFC built on an Indian burial ground and zombie chickens.
Poultrygeist, indeed. It's a remake of the Black Men in a Boat classic by Steven Spielberg. Amistad. You said it. You're right.
Come on, it's mutant chickens and zombies, which is great.
Instead of the black men, we've substituted a lot of chicken Indian zombies. And instead of the boat, we've got a fast food
restaurant. All right, I see.
Instead of Anthony Hopkins, you know who? Ron Jeremy.
Oh, that's right. Isn't there any? Is your dolphin character going to be in there? By any
Dolphin
chance?
Man is not not in this particular film, but the Dolphin Man may have his own project coming up soon from Torrone. Yeah.
How did production go though? I know you guys were really working on it.
Amazing. In fact, Poultrygeist is sort of like the chicken virus. We cast it virally. It's sort of, we went on the internet. We said, if you want to be in a Troma movie, we got people from Germany, Sweden, Australia. They all came to Buffalo, New York, slept on the floor, and made Poultrygeist.
Literally slept on the floor.
Yeah, literally.
People, right?
We all lived in a church, an empty church, and the special effects, all the zombie stuff, and the transformations, and the exploding everything, the various feces and all that, were all created right in the abandoned church.
That's awesome. You guys, you have a legion of fans, obviously, and they're really that diehard that they would go out of their way just to be in one of these films.
Yeah, using the internet. That's how we produced this movie. There's singing and dancing in Poultrygeist. There's some and choreography, all of which came off the guy who wrote the music. We wrote the lyrics, Gabe Friedman and I, but the guy who wrote the music lives up in Alberta somewhere.
And just a fan.
And he wrote it, composed it, and recorded the music just because we've never seen the guy.
It's incredible.
We've never met him.
And you probably don't want to see or meet him. If he's off the internet, chances are
no,
not the most pleasing sight in the world.
He's 13 years old.
Yeah, exactly. And a big fan, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
I know it works both ways. I wanted to ask quickly about the South Park guys. I know you know Trey Parker and Matt Stone, but you were working with them ages ago, right?
Cannibal the Musical. Their first movie was a Troma movie, and right now we're working on the 11th anniversary edition DVD of Trey and Matt, and I've been interviewing them, preparing for this amazing DVD.
Now I know we're almost out of time, so real quickly, I just kind of wanted your thoughts. I know Troma's always fought against political incorrectness and censorship, etc. Did you have any thoughts on what's been happening recently with them and Comedy Central and episodes getting pulled and images being censored?
They're the best. Those guys, Trey and Matt, don't compromise. They just do what they want to do, and when they get screwed, they just they cut it together and somehow get around it, and
they make a lot of lemonade over there.
The world of Troma is going forth in their hands.
All right, Lloyd, thank you so much for coming on. We
Thanks,
really appreciate
Kevin.
it.
Thank you, Toxie.
Toxie,
Yay,
always a pleasure to have you here. We could really use some cleanup after the show as well. Thank you, buddy. Everybody, for more information, pay a visit to Troma.com. The book, Poultrygeist, everything. You're going to want to pay attention. Olivia, though, do you have anything to add to this? Or?
Yeah, just a reminder that it's in everyone's best interest just to stick around. Up next, we've got a preview of Major League Baseball 2KX for the Xbox 360, and we'll find out if it's a home run or just a double. But before that, we've got another round with Drunk Vader.
Oh. Hey, oh, hello. How you doing? Oh, yeah, you look finer than a shaved Wookiee, baby. Ow! You know, I sense a great disturbance in my pants. A great disturbance. Yeah, well, I'm mostly machine, you know. You want to shine my helmet? Oh, I meant this one. Oh. Vader's hot. You know, once you go Sith, you never go back. You know what I'm talking about? Strike back. Oh, strike out. Vader strikes out. Again.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. Have you gained weight? Still to come, Will O'Neill's alter ego Lil Will is going to review some gadgets that just happened to fall off the back of the truck. And later, the creators of the Adult Swim show Minority Team will teach us 24 fun ethnic slurs for the Irish. Now, believe it or not, the 2006 baseball season started a few weeks ago. And in honor of its return, our game lab spent 50 minutes inside Major League Baseball 2K6 for the Xbox 360. It's this week's First 50.
All right, so it's no surprise, or it should come as no surprise, that I'm picked last, even in sports video games. It happens. It happens. Not very athletic, but thankfully, our new reporter, Zach, you were telling me you like the baseball, right?
I dig the baseball.
You enjoy the stick ball in the streets. You grew up in
I grew
Harlem?
up in Tucson, yeah.
Tucson.
You know, which is sort of like the Harlem of the Southwest.
It has been called that. It says it on travel brochures.
Yeah, the Harlem of the desert.
Now, you like the sports, right? You're a sports guy.
Yeah.
And you're excited to not only be here on the show, but
very excited to be talking baseball video games with you. Because I know you're not a big sports video game guy, or
not. You know, I'm really not. It's too many buttons. Like, give me, where's the gun? Is the question that I always ask.
Duck hunt.
You know? And
where's Duck Hunt when you need it?
Thank you. I want the dog to pop up in the stands. So let me shoot him for
Exactly.
once. But we're going to get started, though. We are going to get going, and you can fact check me along the way because I know nothing about this stuff. Let's get into Major League Baseball 2K6 for the Xbox 360. So this is a next-generation game on a next-generation console. As you can see, the graphics do look pretty darn sweet. It's almost like you're there without that annoying guy walking up and down the stands asking for churros or.
I could use some peanuts right now.
Peanuts would be great.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice tie-in for the game.
Yeah, this looks nice.
It looks really good, and as you can see, TV-style presentation. So you've got all the cutaways that you expect. The instant replays look good. There you see the ball was shaken for the pitcher because the bases were loaded. So
or he's really hungover and he's just got the shake.
Exactly. He's coming down off his last bout with roid rage and still hasn't quite figured it out. Commentary's handled really nice. John Miller and Joe Morgan.
Joe Morgan,
kind of keeping things fresh there.
Yeah, Joe Morgan, former NL MVP from the Big Red Machine. I'd like to hear maybe Bob Uecker in a game like this.
Oh,
Major League.
Major League, yes.
I'd watch that. Harry Doyle here.
Pedro Serrano at the plate.
Just a bit outside.
Love it. He hasn't actually been in a video game. That's kind of surprising.
I know. Let's put him in one.
I would like to see him in an 8-bit game, though. I want to hear like the computerized version of his voice.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Everything runs smooth, very smooth for next-gen game. Couple hiccups when it loads, but the animations are where you're going to really notice things. The Xbox version of the game, let's say someone's turning a double play, they'll very mechanically kind of snap their body and throw the ball. In the next-gen version, it's very smooth, slow twist with the throw as well.
Right.
It looks awesome. You could really, really enjoy the visuals here. Now, the hitting and the pitching is always, I mean, it's the bread and butter of a game. It's like the swing in a Tiger Woods game. Right. And in this one, you basically swing by holding the right thumbstick back. You let go. If it's timed right, he's swinging.
Isn't that how you fly a helicopter as well?
I think so.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, could be. I'll agree with you for the sake of television.
Yeah, please.
That's absolutely how you fly a helicopter. Controlling runners and outfielders can be a bit of a pain. Now you've got to worry about things like outfielders running into themselves.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Which is awesome, but it's something that you have to avoid in the game if you want to actually do well.
Are there brawls in the game?
I don't believe there's brawls, but you can come out as the manager of your team and yell at the umpires.
Ah, Billy Martin style. I like it.
Yeah, and there's like a little anger meter. You smash the button, and if you get too angry, you're booted.
Wow.
Not bad.
I might have to get one of those in this show.
What, a manager to yell at?
Yeah, maybe. Anyone out there?
2K Sports really does, I guess, pun intended, have its bases covered. You really get drawn into the details of the game. It feels like you're in control of every pitch and every swing, which might be a little too overbearing for some, but in general, it's good and fun. And of course, it includes Xbox Live. So, you know me, I have no friends in the real world, but online,
sure.
I'm internet popular.
You're a prom king.
So exactly.
Look at this foul ball.
Yeah, but did you notice what happened right there? The fans actually reacted.
Yeah.
They actually swarmed for the ball, which is kind of a first for baseball games. Not bad.
Yeah, it's kind of like, the Steve Bartman ball, Chicago Cubs playoffs. The guy interrupted the game.
Leaning
Cubs
in
aren't going
to grab
to the series.
it. Yeah, it happens.
I wish that was in this game.
Now, obviously, this is a next-generation baseball game. It needs some work, though.
Sure
we need brawls on the outfield, and we need fan interaction.
Absolutely.
Get it in there. Well, our analysts they're going to miss EA's Major League MVP series, to be honest. But 2K Sports has proved that they can make a pretty good baseball game. At the very least, sports fans, they should give it a rent. You're going to Blockbuster right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm more of a Video Hut guy.
Oh, okay. Well, enjoy.
A little cheaper.
And return the adult ones they've been calling. tweet. Again, MLB 2K6 for the Xbox 360. It's on store shelves right now, everybody. But postpone that trip to the store because today's news is on the way. Plus, monitors, cameras, and hard drives are all reviewed by our questionable gadget expert, Lil Will. Stay tuned.
First 50 is delivered to you by Domino's and the new XLP pizza. Get the door. It's Domino's.
If you'll give me some time.
G4 coming to you live from E3.
Believe it or not, I'm watching E3. I never thought I'd get in so easily. Watching G4 in my beatable chair. What will I see? Believe it or not, it's E3.
Live coverage of E306 coming in May, only on G4.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Attack of the Show. Make Magazine's Phillip Torrone is waiting in the wings to dazzle you with his homemade toys. They're good. Plus, racial tensions run highly amusing when we're joined by the creators of the new Adult Swim series, Minority. Oh, and don't forget, we've got some live music a few days earlier than usual. It's brought to you by Dentine Ice. So prepare to rock along with the suburban legends. Oh, now, don't ask how he gets the newest gadgets. Just ask him what he thinks of them. He's Little Will.
Lil Will's Discount Warehouse is open for business. This week, we got 3 dope-ass products for you to check out. A big-ass monitor, tiny digital camera, and an external hard drive. Check it out, bitches. I know how much you nerds like big. How's this for big? ViewSonic's 23-inch widescreen LCD. Check the bullet points. This thing is sick. It's wall mountable, got a big ass resolution of like, I don't know, 1920 by 1200 or something, and it's HD TV compatible. Anyway, ViewSonic wants $1,300 for this. Make me an offer. I said make me an offer, bitch. Every pit needs a good digital camera to, document its nocturnal exploits. And the Casio EX S500 is the Check the bullet points. It's got like 5 megapixels. Know what I'm saying? That means the pictures are hella clear. But get this, it also records movies, has 3x optical zoom, a big ass screen, and it comes in 3 colors. Squares are gonna pay like $330 for this bitch. But I'll give it to you right now for a set of Clippers tickets. The last thing you need is a bunch of porno DVDs lying around when your shorty come over. Back that to Seagate's 500 gigabyte hard drive. Check the bullet points. The Seagate is PC and Mac compatible, uses FireWire and USB 2, and has a spin speed of 7,200 RPM. Whatever that means. It'll cost you 300 bones, but once you eBay all those nasty-ass DVDs, the Seagate will pay for itself. That's it from Lil Will's Discount Warehouse. There's my theme music. Peace.
I love your theme music.
Oh, yeah,
that's
awesome.
awesome.
Great.
Yeah. Now, so back at a truck filled with a bunch of goodies in the back. What? Let's focus on one, though. What was one that really caught your eye?
That monitor, it's really cool. It's huge. It's on my desk right now. I can have like multiple documents up, and it's fantastic. And I'm waiting for you to come by and steal it.
I probably will at some point very soon.
I know how you roll.
Refresh rate on those things? I know it's getting lower and lower.
It's getting a lot better for gaming. Like I was actually playing Battlefield 2 on it, and it's perfectly fine. It's pretty awesome, yeah.
And it's all under the guise of doing research.
Yeah, doing research, yeah. And don't steal my monitor.
I won't, I promise.
I know where you live.
I do have Clippers tickets, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll talk.
Thanks,
Will. Everybody buckle your safety belts for a news-related adventure. It's The Feed.
I'm Olivia Munn, and this is The Feed, all the news we can squeeze into your brain in 30-second bites. In music news, the long wait is over. Guns N' Roses is back and getting ready to go on tour. Well, the latest version of Guns N' Roses is, at least. In May, frontman Axl Rose's newest bandmates will play 2 shows in New York before launching a European tour. The shows mark the very first American performances for GNR in 3 years. Some bad news for the White Stripes. A producer who worked on the first 2 White Stripes albums claims he helped the band develop its very distinct sound, and now he wants some money for it. Jim Diamond is the co-producer and sound mixer who's filing the suit. The band plans on fighting it, and the trial date is set for June 12th. And rounding out today's music news, the band Radiohead will be launching a North American tour soon. Billboard.com broke the news, although currently the only confirmed date is at Tennessee's Bonnaroo Festival in June. The band has hinted it may play multiple night shows in Montreal, Toronto, Philadelphia, and Chicago. Radiohead hasn't performed in the U.S. since 2004. All right, we know you all spent time away from your relatives in the movie theaters this weekend, so let's just see what you guys were watching. Antonio Banderas' Tango take the lead down to 5th place with $6.5 million. Disney's animated flick, The Wild, debuted in 4th place with just over $9.5 million, while the Benchwarmers continued pleasing Rob Schneider fans, earning about $10 million and taking 3rd place this week. After holding the #1 spot for 2 weeks, Ice Age The Meltdown slipped slightly to 2nd place with $20 million, and the cerebral art house film Scary Movie 4 destroyed all competitors, debuting at the #1 spot with more than $41 million. That is the highest Easter weekend opening ever. Now, in slightly less funny movie-related news, the New York Police Department is watching you. The NYPD has set up 3 wireless cameras in a section of Brooklyn. The cameras are set in public places to discourage crime and help fight terrorism. The 3 Brooklyn cameras are the first stage of a plan to place 500 cameras throughout the city. New York already has about 1,000 cameras in its subway system, with a plan to double that by 2008. And in superhero marriage news, TV Guide has published the very first images of the Storm Black Panther wedding. Storm's wedding dress was designed by an Emmy Award-winning costume designer for the soap opera Guiding Light. And as you can see, the couple saved a bit of money by letting Spider-Man handle wedding photographer duties. And we also see that even superheroes can get emotional at these things, like tough guy from the future Bishop, who really should have had plenty of time to prepare himself emotionally for this. The actual wedding will take place in this July's Black Panther issue number 18. All right, everyone, I'm Olivia Munn, and you've been fed. For more headlines and maybe actual facts, check out g4tv.com/thefeed.
You stay put. Sit down. Make Magazine's Phillip Torrone has some do-it-yourself gizmos to show off. Plus, the creators of the new Adult Swim series Minority Team are here to trade ethnic slurs with us. It's going to be great.
The Feed is brought to you by the Honda Element, who invites you to stop by elementandfriends.com.
On the next attack of the show, we have our blood and guts review of the new DVD Hostel. Plus, the Suburban Legends prove their existence with a live musical performance right here. And finally, last time he was here, he nearly set our studio on fire, but we welcome back the notorious Tom Green anyway. All on the next attack of the show. Wherever the forces of evil and oppression strike, the Minority Team is there to fight racism with, well, racial stereotypes. It's the new Adult Swim series created by Adam De La Pena, Peter Girardi, and Todd James.
Where are we?
Welcome, good friends, to the mirror world, where everything is backwards.
If everything is backwards, how come you ain't talking backwards?
Because, well, silence. I am placing you under arrest.
What is the charge?
Not being racist.
We'll see about that, hunky.
All right.
That show is brilliant.
Yes, welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
How's it going?
It's going good. How are you guys?
Really excited to be here.
Yes. Awesome. All right, thanks for coming. So watch the show. Hilarious. A little bit racist. A little bit, some would call it.
Yeah, it's like 80-30.
80-30?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a numbers guy.
We hit the targets.
Yeah.
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 How do you guys get away with it being so racist on television?
It's not so much, I mean, you know, the basic thing is we attack everybody, and it's more about, you know, like...
Justice.
Justice, that's right. It's about
Yes.
justice. It's about justice and loopholes.
Great. Okay, now there are five members. Five members of the Minority Team. I was
Sure.
getting to that. Thanks, Todd. I was going to get that.
Todd's ready to jump in.
Yeah, I'm
hyped up.
This is my interview, so let's just stick to the page.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Do one where you go, I am talking, and then everybody will be quiet.
Okay, I am talking! There are 5 members of the minority team.
Yes,
Please, tell me.
There's Dr. Wang. He's a genius. He can calculate large numbers in his head. Math
because
wizard.
he's Asian.
Yeah, and of course Duquesne has all the powers of the Jewish faith, and a volcano. Lava shoots from his hand. Fasto, he's our black guy, and he's really fast. Little stereotype for everybody there. And of course El Jefe, who's master of the Leaf Blower 3000, the deadliest weapon in all the universe, and a wonderful gardener. And Nonstop, who is can't be shot basically because he's a convenience store owner and just can't be shot anymore because his body's full of lead.
So it's pretty easy to get to the easy stereotypes. Is it fun thinking of all those other crazy racial stereotypes?
Yeah.
Political stereotypes?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's all we do all day. Just keep going all day long.
Scream out the window. Slurs at everybody. When we get a reaction from somebody, we know it's good.
It's weird when people are passing by, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes our street cred go way up, you know. So that's a plus.
Great. All right. Now, quick question. Just happened to notice this. You guys aren't exactly the most diverse group of guys.
Wow.
There's 2 white guys and you.
I would say we're a rainbow coalition.
Well, I don't know. I will distance myself from them immediately.
This is how the world operates,
so
guys.
that's how it is.
Look in the camera. That's how it is. Right here.
Remember when we go back to the office?
I'm the guy that kidnaps her later on. Know this man. Call the police immediately.
Tell my mama not to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it should look like, actually. But isn't it, don't you get any backlash? I mean...
Yeah.
It's hard. I have a girlfriend, a white girlfriend who...
Why is she a white girlfriend?
Because that's how I classify all of my friends, black, white, Asian.
She's a white friend.
Back over
Sit down!
Oh.
It's my interview.
All right.
Thanks.
Own it. Maybe your anger problem's the thing that your white girlfriend doesn't like, and it's not anything to do with ethnicity.
I'm getting to my question.
All right.
So I have a friend who happens to be white, which is not, her title.
It's not her fault.
But she makes a lot of jokes about me being Asian, and it's not so cool.
Well,
it's just not funny.
Here's what we're gonna do
Are
for you.
they not funny, the jokes?
Yeah.
They're not, actually.
This week
Well,
only.
if she had better jokes, maybe you'd laugh.
We have a sack full of jokes that we
Okay.
can give to you to make fun of her.
About being white?
Everything. It's like a
Okay.
grab bag. Eskimos, any people
Something
live in
for
like
every occasion.
South American countries, small Indian tribes. We have jokes, and they're all labeled in boxes and
That's
shoe
how we
boxes
write
in my
the
room.
show.
Yeah.
With suggestion box.
Yeah.
Great. Well, speaking of Eskimos, what's the point of the show? Is it to make a laugh, or is it to make a point out there to the rest of the world? Let's think about that.
It's really about Eskimos. We're just trying to target them because they've been left alone for too long. The ice and the tundra.
Yeah.
It's a safe zone.
It's a safe zone. But guess what? We're coming after you.
Can't hide anymore.
Listen to me, Eskimos. We're coming after you.
Is there anything that's too uncomfortable that you guys have kind of approached and said, okay, this has actually gone too far? Or is the line so far that it's a dot to you now?
No, I mean, I think that we just try to make it funny, so there's no, line. I mean, usually, we're not setting out to make people angry. So that's the main thing you have to remember about that.
Because you attack everybody.
Yes.
Everybody.
Justice.
So for all.
For all.
Justice.
It's justice.
What were you guys doing before this show?
Crank anchors.
We all worked on crank anchors together.
I was doing, I did street magic. I was this very successful street magic performer and made upwards of $20 a day.
$20, that's actually pretty good for a street performer.
I'd like to give you this as a present from all of us. It's a mustache. I sell these mustaches, and I don't know if you can see it here.
All right, great. I'll put this on, and I'll go ahead and say
it's a
goodbye.
mustache club for men. There you go.
All right. Thanks, you guys, so much for stopping by. Minority Team airs Sundays at midnight during Cartoon Network's Adult Swim. Coming up after the break, who needs a valid warranty? We've got some of the best do-it-yourself projects and gadgets straight from the pages of Make magazine. But first, the force is strong with this one, but the booze is stronger. Here's another romp with Drunk Vader.
Hey, baby, you want to ride the Rancor? Oh, yeah, you do. You will let me buy you a drink. You will not say no. You want to come back to my shuttle with me. The force is strong with me, yeah? Strong like a bull. A bull. The force. I'll stormtroop your fortress. Ayo! What do you think, huh? You got any Jedi in you? You want some? Oh! Yeah! Oh! Oh, you don't want to walk away. Oh, you don't want to give me the finger. Oh! Oh! You know what? This is your fault, Ardell! Huh? You didn't have to drive. I wouldn't bring you along.
Know that it's not perfect until it's taken apart and thoroughly hacked and then put back together, and then at that point, slightly illegal. And no one knows that better than Phillip Torrone, senior editor of Make Magazine. Phil, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure to have you here, my friend. Did you get in any trouble at the airport this time? Or?
Always. You know, I guess someone didn't see Roombas or robots before, so of course in line, they pulled me aside and they pulled it out and swabbed the bag and holding up this thing. And
so they're shaking your Roomba like a baby and you're explaining, no, it's a vacuum, I promise.
Exactly like a baby.
Awesome. Yeah, if you're going to shake something, it might as well be like a newborn. That's what I say. You always bring us really cool stuff, and today we've got some Roomba hacks to show off.
Yes.
So what are you guys doing to these Roombas?
Well, the thing is, every Roomba has a little serial port on the side, and you can pull off this little cover, and you can start sending signals into it and control it and do all sorts of weird things.
So for those who don't know, it's just a little vacuum, a robotic vacuum that kind of goes around on its own.
Right.
But you guys are hacking it to make it do more than just suck cereal out of my carpet.
Exactly. And so you can control it with a Bluetooth computer. You can control it with a phone. You can control it with a serial cable. You can do all sorts of things.
Okay, so you guys have done something, first of all, Roomba cockfighting? Like, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so computer conferences are boring. They're all about blogs and RSS and like stuff I don't care about. So we started an underground Roomba cockfighting ring. And pretty much anyone brings one, and we have, you know, bookie, and we take bets.
You're playing for money with robotic vacuum.
Yeah, this guy right here is Dolor de Cabeza, and he's undefeated right now.
Oh, head cold. Very nice. Okay, all right. So undefeated. Now, how does this thing work? Can we move it around? Can we demo this?
Yeah, I mean, basically, you just I'm being controlled with a Bluetooth computer right now, and you know, he goes on the attack.
Whoa, that's like a lowrider convention or something like that.
Absolutely.
Tricking them out. You're hopping the Roomba. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and whatever weapons you can get a hold of at a conference, like scissors or, you know, water. It doesn't, digital cameras, whatever you can strap to it is fine.
So you guys have turned a vacuum from like Sharper Image into like the next battle bot, essentially.
Exactly.
That's awesome. You guys are also playing pool with them.
We play a game where the Roomba is writing. It has a little program. It tries to get the balls in, and then you try to get the balls in. Again, money involved.
Sure, of course. Yeah. And my favorite though involves a Roomba Frogger.
Right. Definitely don't try this at home or on your local streets. But we dressed one up and we had it run across traffic back and forth. And there was money, again, on how many times it can get back and forth. And turns out 10 times.
And now the local PD, are they happy when they see you marching a vacuum across the street?
Yeah, well, this was in Austin, and as we did it, the cops rode by on their bicycle, and their first response was, "Hey, it's real Frogger," and they continued to pedal on. So we thought it was a sign of endorsement.
Of course, it's a term of endearment. They love the Roomba, and it got crushed after the 10 trips.
It did. An SUV decided, but we rebuilt it.
So you have that now. You have like the completely hacked together Roomba.
Yeah, better, faster. He's kind of like the little robot in Black Hole that kind of got stupid at the end. But it's all right.
I love it. No, it's good. It's an inexpensive toy at this point now. You can vacuum your carpet, but now you can play Frogger and hop it like a lowrider. So you guys have extended that. Now, what are these little guys here? These look a little too innocent for you.
Yeah. Well,
what on earth are these things?
I don't know about that. This is from the Graffiti Research Lab. These are called LED throwies. And what you do is you take an LED, a battery, and a magnet, and you can make these really quick. And it makes this kind of 21st century graffiti. And so all you have to do is put it together, tape it.
All right, so you just
put
take
a magnet on it.
LED, little magnet, little battery, tape it all together.
And you can press your friends and your local city officials.
So like this little wall here, assuming this is like a wall in any sort of street or city or bridge or
city bus or friends bus. Yeah, you just throw it up, and they last for a couple of weeks. So,
look at that!
Yeah, so they're a lot of fun, and you can make these how-tos on Make. And all the things that you're seeing here is actually going to be at our Make Fair that's coming up in another couple of days.
That's awesome. This is sweet. I mean, could you go to like a BME convention and throw it at people with like a bunch of facial piercings, or try to loop one on her nipple piercing, or is
that's a really good idea.
With those catch? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
like you can play like human target with it. And
absolutely. Anyone who got a metal plate, you know,
exactly. Go to a veterans convention and see if you can snap one on their knee.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Thank you for coming on and sharing it all, man. I love these throwies, and I like your Roomba hacks, so it's all good.
Stick to you.
Yeah, no, it won't stick to me. I take them out for the shows. It interferes with the mic pack. You know that, Phil. Everybody, pick up the latest issue of Make Magazine on newsstands everywhere. And remember, he just mentioned it. This weekend is Make Magazine's first ever convention, so you can join the creators of Make Magazine, along with the Mythbusters and thousands of other hackers for the Maker Fair at the San Mateo Fairgrounds, just outside of San Francisco. So head on over to makerfair.com to get your tickets. And if you have piercings, let them know. But now here's Olivia. She's going to help you with your more short-term plans, if you will.
Yeah, look, I only ask one thing from you, complete and total obedience. So stay put, and we'll read your chat and email questions next. But first, here's a taste of what we're listening to around the AOTS offices.
Hearing aids. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Stadium Arcadium. Rob Zombie, Educated Horses. Pearl Jam, self-titled. The Raconteurs, Broken Boy Soldiers. Foo Fighters, In Your Honor.
Hey, everybody!
Hey!
We have a chat room. Zach, you're going to get to know us very well.
Yeah.
People in real time discuss things
Real
and
time.
try to pick up on 12-year-olds. It's amazing. It's the internet at its best.
I'm familiar with that.
And they're going to love you.
With all of that.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. Well, that's why you fit right in around here, but they have some questions for you. They want to make sure that you really
Okay,
you
sure,
belong
yeah.
on the couch. So Jimmy Jonga wants to know if a giant asteroid were headed to the Earth and Zach had 5 minutes left to live, what would he do? No, what?
I don't need more than 3 minutes.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That's
He's going to fit in quite well here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry about that.
HR, by the way, Zach. How do you
HR.
spell the last name? Let him know.
Gaffigan. Zach Galligan.
Muscle Mike wants to know, how long does Zach spend styling his hair in the morning?
Wow, another hair question. You know,
Do you get 'em often?
like Felicity, you know, when it comes to my hair like Kerry Russell.
You wish you were.
And everything's going to fall apart.
Do you have any other references from 1998 you'd like
I'd
to
like
bring
to bring
out?
up the current stuff, you know.
Yeah.
This Jufro, let's see. This is a good, you know, shower and a walk. That's it.
That's
no
it?
product.
Natural body.
It's actually a weave
I thought you were black.
on the inside.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. Big Fella wants to know what hobby takes up most of Zach's spare time.
All I need is 3 minutes. You know, I'm a musician. I'm an actor. I do a lot of different stuff. I'd say music more than anything. Though.
What's you should definitely plug the band. I know you guys are on MySpace.
Yeah, you know, I didn't come
you have
to
a flash.
plug the band. ZachariahMusic.com.
Hey-o!
It's country music, hip hop music. It's the Eagles meets the Beastie Boys.
You're like the Linkin Park of the South.
Not at all.
I just was waiting to see if you're country or not. Finally, a Bucktooth Ted says, how long does it take Zach to finish filing his taxes?
Well, last year I made $11.14.
So you got it all back?
It was pretty much quick and easy. Yeah, I got it back in a couple days. So, yeah, taxes are to be cheated on, and women are to be filed.
There you have it. Sven the Pirate says, what is Zach's favorite movie genre?
Sven the Pirate, honor matey. Let me tell
Zombies?
you. I love zombie movies like Dead and Breakfast and those Toxic Avenger movies, and I love comedies. I love Grease 2 is the greatest movie of all time.
Fantastic.
Anything you haven't worked in that you're a fan of, or any genres? Or
He was in Grease too.
I was, you know, no, movies, you know, I like really drawn out dramas like The Notebook.
Oh, he always does this. He always does this. You're gonna be all right. We're gonna have to stop.
first show.
We're gonna have to stop. I'm sorry. It's all right.
Zach.
You did good though. You
It's
did good
okay.
up until then. That's it, everybody. I'm sorry.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, great. All right. Thanks to our guests, Lloyd Kaufman, Adam De La Pena, Peter Girardi, Todd James, and Phillip Torrone.
Make her fair. Go, and then
Go.
listen to country hip hop,
All day long.
and then enjoy this.